Hello, everyone. I'm here with Ognyan Mirchev from Bulgaria, and this is actually the first time I have a K1 fighter here. It's not about point fighting today, but I got introduced to you, Ognyan, because I saw your post on Vaco that you are going to the World Games, and you were very full of inspiration, and I really like your mindset. So I hope we can talk about all of these things today. But first of all, will you introduce yourself shortly?
Yes, so today let it be K1. My name is Ognyan Mirchev. I'm from Bulgaria and I'll compete at the World Games this year at
That's so
K1
cool.
on 63.5 kilograms.
Do you fight more disciplines also?
Yes, I fought every ring discipline, but
Oh,
most especially K1 and low kick.
nice. Okay. Which one do you like the most?
K1.
Okay, perfect.
Well, most of my fights at the junior level were on low kick, but it was something like a start.
And
And after that, I transitioned into K1.
is there like an age? Do you have to be a certain age to be in K1?
I think it's 13 or 14 years old
Ah, okay. Okay.
here in Bulgaria.
Yeah, nice. Okay. How did you get into kickboxing? Let's start from the beginning.
Well, it's a very interesting story. So I'm from a small city near the capital. It's called Botegrad. It's about 50 kilometers. I have studied there until 8th grade. So at the age of 14, I moved to Sofia to live with my mom and her friend. And I didn't know anyone. So what I do every day, I played games and I went to the fitness. I'd go to the gym maybe twice a day. But I want something else. And one day, I remember it, my stepfather told me, do you want to come? A colleague of mine moved his kickboxing classes from the center near to our neighborhood. So I said, why not? Let me try. And as I like to say, the rest is history. I liked
Exactly.
it very much. I liked it very
So
much.
I actually hear people on the podcast when they explain this first introduction, they explain it like they fall in love immediately. Was it the same that happened for you?
Well, yes, it was something new for me. I haven't tried combat sport before, and I didn't fall in love immediately, but after the third month or so, I
Mm,
fall in love with it. It
nice.
became a part of my life.
Nice. And when did you start for the competition? How soon after starting?
1 year, 1 year. I remembered my first sparring workout was maybe 4 or 5 months after I have started.
Mm,
Because
wow.
I know in some gyms they have the practice to immediately go to sparring, but I didn't know anything.
Yeah,
I remember on my first workout, I practiced hooks and knees and
nice.
jabs. And
Yeah,
jabs.
cool.
So that
Okay,
was the beginning of my K1 career,
nice.
my first workout. And the
Amazing.
good thing was that it was close to me. I was 14. It was 5 minutes on foot. It was great.
Nice.
I was so used to my regime that I went to the gym and then immediately after this I went to kickboxing, but that I told my coach and he said that's not good.
And is it the same coach you have now?
Yes, I have only one coach from the beginning and
Nice,
I'm very
because
happy with it.
yeah, because we will talk much more about this, but because this is one of the things I understood from reading about you, that you and your coach have a really special relationship. Is that correct?
Yes, that's
Yeah,
correct. I will explain to you later.
perfect. Okay, so the one thing that when I felt like I really just need to contact you, I need to get you on the podcast, was how amazing your mindset is. So first of all, can you tell me, do you think like the mindset is important for the sport, for kickboxing?
It's very, very important. Without a correct positive attitude and a mindset, you won't be a good champion, a great fighter and athlete. And
Mhm.
I didn't say that, but at the beginning, but I'm happy you contacted me.
I'm happy too. I'm sure it will be a great episode. And can you tell me more, why is this so important to have a good mindset?
Yeah, well, as I wrote you, how you fight in the ring is also how you live your life. It's very, very, very important to have a right mindset. Because if you are like, oh, I can get hit, I may I may lose and I will disappoint my friends. That's not a good mindset. You should live how you fight, and you should fight how you live.
Nice. I really like this. So did you also experience that what you learn in kickboxing, you can use in the rest of your life? Like not the
Yes, of
techniques, but
course.
the discipline and all of these things.
Yes, the discipline, most important fit, the will. You should have will, because
Yeah,
it's not easy. It's easy to watch, but it's not easy to do it.
exactly.
If it was easy, everybody would do it.
That's so true. That's everyone who's listening right now should just take this in. Like people who are listening are probably people who are doing it. So if you are listening, you're doing the hard thing because you're the one doing it. You're not just watching it, you're actually doing it. So take a moment to appreciate yourself and all the hard work that you're putting into this.
Yes, and as you said about the mindset, if you don't believe in you, when you get up in there, you are alone,
Exactly.
and no one can help you. So you should believe in yourself. If you
Did,
don't, you lose the fight. You lose the fight before you step in the ring.
that's so true. But let's stay here. Did you believe in yourself from the beginning, or how did you learn this?
Well, I can say I have worked it, because everybody learns from his mistake. And my first competition, I didn't believe in myself because, of course, it was something new. You know, the tense before a competition, before a match. As I said, there are some thoughts that come in your head. If I get hit, if I lose, what will happen? Because kickboxing flows in my veins. So every time I train, every time I train, I try to do my best in every workout, because you fight. So as I said, you fight how you live.
Yeah.
Every day you should be at your best.
Nice. And do you remember how you learned to believe in yourself? Like, was it hard to start believing?
It was hard, but my coach really helped me.
Nice. I'm really looking forward to hear more about your coach. Maybe we should talk about this now. Can you explain more about your relationship with your coach?
Oh, okay. Well, today I had a running workout, and I have thought of it, so I can start now.
Yes.
So I know that I can say that success alone does not make an athlete great until it's paired with effective coaching. He's not only my coach; he's also a big friend of mine. He has a very big influence for my growth. So I can say that effective coaching runs deeper than wins and losses. It also includes reaching athletes on individual level, and coaches who focus on positive personal, that's very important, personal relationship with their athletes are ensuring success beyond their record on and sorry, I am
No
skipping this.
worries.
Coaches who focus on positive and personal relationships with their athletes are ensuring success beyond their record on and in and outside the ring. And they hold a place of respect and authority. But they still feel reachable enough for athletes to open up and view their coach as a role model or a mentor.
Mhm.
I see it like this. So a strong coach-athlete relationship and vice versa is important for the athlete's growth as a positive, ethical, and a moral person.
Wow.
I can say so. I can talk a lot about this.
You
And the
should. You
relation,
should. I think this is very important and also super interesting.
yes, the relationship between a coach and a fighter, a kickboxers, requires a lot of communication in order to develop. Of course, like your relationship with your coach, like all relationships, we have some ups and downs. That's
Yeah,
normal.
yeah. So
That
you also
that's
had
life.
that.
Life is ups and downs,
Yeah.
and maintaining a healthy relationship is vital in making sure that these ups and downs will not harm each other.
Okay.
And maybe sometimes you can disagree with your coach, but communicating this with both of you to understand each other.
Yeah. Nice.
And I can say healthy communication may be settled with ease.
Nice.
And that's how you develop a mutual respect for each other. He has helped me a lot of things outside the ring also. Maybe he's like my third father,
That's so
because I
nice.
have also a stepfather.
Yeah, that's really nice. Can you talk more about when you have these ups and downs, how to make sure that the relationship stays unchanged? Because I guess everyone have ups and downs with their coach.
There, I can say three things: the connection between you and your coach, the communication, as I said, and the trust. I think, yes, trust is one of the most important parts of every relationship you can have with anyone. So if you can share your trust with your coach, your relationship will improve tremendously. So he'll help you on every ups and downs you have.
Nice.
Well, most of the time he'll help you with your downs.
Yeah.
He has helped you in every day with your ups. So when you have downs, you understand what and who is your coach exactly.
Yeah. Did you ever have situations when you didn't feel like you wanted to do kickboxing, maybe for longer periods?
No.
Okay. Amazing. It's just surely running through your veins.
Yes, I like to train. I like to improve myself every single day.
Nice.
Well, I had days that weren't my best.
Of course.
In the gym, and he has helped me overcome them.
That's amazing. And are you lucky enough that this coach is also the national coach? So he is there at the World Championships at the World Games?
He isn't the national coach, but he'll be with me in the national. We have talked with the national coaches, with the whole Bulgarian Federation, and he will come with me. That will be better.
Nice. Can you tell more about this? Because this is also a common issue that you can have your favorite coach who is the best for you, but when you go to the biggest events like the World Championships, they are not there. Can you tell, how do you handle this?
It's hard to handle because at big events, most of the time national coaches come. So if your coach is the national coach of the national team, that will be good for you. But you know that we live in this kind of times when you don't train with the national coach every single day. We see each other on a competition and maybe some national camps, which are maximum 2 weeks.
Yeah.
So he doesn't know your weaknesses. He doesn't know your strong sides.
So
it's very important your coach to be there, to be in your corner. Even only in your mind, it's better. It's for confidence.
That's so true. Can you like really break it down? What is you and your coach's strategy? So let's say 1 week before the World Championships and at the World Championships, what is your strategy to make sure that you will fight really good, even though he's not right behind you? How do you communicate with the national coach? What do you do?
Well, they also communicate with my coach. They know me because I have been in the kickboxing game, I can say.
Yeah.
From 7 or 8 years, they know me. Well, for my strategy, it's every time is different because of the opponent. We let me think of it. So we live in the 21st century. You can everything is on the internet. So I know many fighters watch their opponent really intense before the fight. I don't do it. I just wait my coach to tell me the strategy. I do not watch it because it's not needed for me.
Yeah. So he's taking care of that.
For the strategy you asked about, yeah, as I said, my coach knows my weaknesses and my strong side, so he tells me what to do before every event that he's done with me.
Yeah, and then you
because when he's with me, if something's not going okay, like he's told me, he makes it when I sit in the corner at the rest, he tells me what to do.
Nice. That's really nice. Cool. So one more thing I would really like to talk about is that you had a very serious event happening before the World Championships. Was it in 2019?
The World Championships was in Bosnia.
Yeah. Can you tell us what happened?
Well, I had the problem in the stomach area. As I wrote you I remember it like it was yesterday. On Monday, I was fully fit. On Sunday, I was on a wedding, and I was very and extremely confident in me, because my preparation went really well.
How close to the World
The
Championships are we?
Can you repeat? I
How
didn't hear you
close
well.
to the World Championships was this?
It was 3 or 4 weeks. It was 3 or 4 weeks. So it was very close. I had everything right. The weight, the diet, everything. The workouts, I was in a really great shape. But on Sunday, I was in a wedding. As I told you, I was really, really excited about it. I was thinking. And on Monday, I had 2 training sessions. I was very good. I was fit. And on Tuesday in the morning, I had a pain in the stomach area. It was a severe pain, the critical pain. I asked my parents what to do, and we went to the hospital. And when I get there, he told me it's how it's said in English, it's diverticulum,
Mm-hmm.
something like this. As I heard from them, it's something from fetal development in the
Mm-hmm.
first 1 year.
Ah,
I can't explain to you how it's exactly in medical.
that's fair,
Yes,
but it was
but
painful.
yes, it was painful, and also I have, because of this diverticulum, I have appendicitis,
Mm-hmm.
and it was a severe injury, a severe thing, because I if they don't remove it, I could have intestinal obstruction or
Oh,
peritonitis. That's
wow.
not good.
So you needed right away surgery.
Yes, and the good thing was that I didn't have breakfast because I had pain, and
Mm.
because when you go to a surgery, your stomach should be empty because
Ah,
there
for
are
the
some medical
anesthesia.
problems.
Yeah.
Yes, yes, yes.
Oh shit.
And I
That's hard.
was really shocked. I remember I sat in the hospital and I told myself that everything could have gone better, but that's life. I had a call with my coach. He told me that that's not a really big problem because health is first. Because I should be fit, I should be healthy first of all, and then are the other things. And the recovery period was more than a month. They told me that for the first 2 weeks I shouldn't get up from the bed, but I couldn't. I'm so energetic person. I train twice a day. I go outside every day, and after the first 3 or 4 days, try to stand up. It was really hard, and I remember there were 3 or 4 floors of stairs, and I did something like 20 or 30 minutes workout, maybe 1 or 2 times up and down.
Well,
And on the first 1 week, I couldn't eat anything. I lost too much muscle mass,
wow. And
maybe 6 or 7 kilograms.
how did it feel to know that you would not be competing at the World Championship?
First, it was very, very disappointing because, if you believe in yourself, that's the worst thing, that you could not participate. But now I'm happy that this happened before the World Championships, because if it happened on the World Championship,
Mm.
it could be very worse, because there was a chance to happen later.
Yeah, yeah, that's true. And maybe you would push yourself even harder because you were at the event and you would maybe ignore the pain or something.
Yes, and even that 2 months after my surgery, from Vaco Pro, they called my coach to go to for a European professional title, and I was again disappointed because I had surgery.
Yeah.
I could not compete this year anymore.
How long time? 1 year of the competing or how much?
Half a year.
Half a year.
Half a year. Half a
Okay.
year.
And so how was the recovery process and getting back in training and to the competition?
The first 2 weeks, the first 2 months were awful for me because I couldn't train as I used to. I could do some specific workouts,
Mm,
and it wasn't recommended to lift heavy
yeah.
because it was in the stomach area. But after the third month, I could have back it. I returned to normal, and I began exactly as my coach said, from zero,
Mm,
because I haven't, I wasn't, I haven't moved for nearly 3 months. It was awful for me.
yeah.
and I couldn't even eat what I want because I should have eaten specific things.
Yeah. So you lost your muscle mass and your stamina, but the techniques, I guess that you could still
Yes,
remember.
yes,
Yeah.
yes. I could still remember.
Yeah. But
Well,
still, yeah.
I remember when I came from the hospital at home, I stood up in front of the window and I tried to do some punching. It was hard. It was hard for me from the right side because the surgery is from my in the right
Mm.
side stomach area, but on the left side it was possible. So only with the left hand.
Is the left hand your like the weak side?
I'm a southpaw, and
So you could
my left is my stronger side,
okay, yeah. Nice.
and my left kick.
Nice. That's cool. And how did your coach help you in this time, like this health year?
Communication and trust.
Mm.
Communication. Most of it communication. Every day he asks me how I am, how I feel, and after the recovery period, we started slow because to see how my body reacts, and we
Nice.
started everything from zero.
Nice.
And now it's we different time. As I told you, I'm here now. I'll be competing in the World Games
Yeah.
after this awful injury,
Yeah. Everyone can come
awful
back
surgery.
stronger.
Yes.
Yeah.
Can come back stronger.
And I think it's also very important to say that I guess this is a part of every athlete's journey, that they will have time off being injured with more or less serious injuries, but it's a part of the process. It will happen to all of us. And the time, if you look in the big picture, like 6 months out of a 10-year career, it's not a long time, but it feels like the worst time because you cannot do anything. You feel like you're not improving, but everyone can come back stronger.
Yes, yes. It's important that you don't, how is the saying, don't throw the gloves. You should continue.
Yeah.
As I said, it flows in my veins.
Yeah. This is also a good advice for me right now because now I got pregnant and I cannot do the kickboxing, but I actually threw the gloves because I just, my head cannot be in the situation that I cannot go to the training and do what I want to do. So I just distant myself. So I think this is a good advice for me as well to continue doing what I can do.
Yes.
Yeah.
You will do it after
Yeah. The pregnancy. Yeah, that's so true.
the pregnancy.
Yeah. Okay. So let's talk about the big events. I never talked with anyone who's going to the World Games before. So tell me, how does anyone prepare for a big event like that?
It's as we said, it's the biggest level on amateur kickboxing. Everything should be prepared before. You should make a plan.
Okay,
The
so can you
recovery.
tell me your plan? What does it include?
My plan. I train 3 or 4 times twice a day and 2 or 3 times once a day, and I rest on Sundays. Now I have a person who is taking care of my recovery.
How?
I'll tell you. Just let
Okay.
me explain.
Okay.
I have a person that is taking care of my diet because the weight management it's hard. Because I have been in this category for 6 years and it's hard. Well, for me, I every time I eat healthy, but the portion control is hard for me. So I have a person that is taking care for my diet, which he's a high level professional who have studied in USA also.
Nice.
He's a nutritionist that has studied in USA. As you see, it's USA here.
Oh yeah.
It's from a friend of mine that went there.
That's so cool.
I have socks also. Okay, and I have, of course, my coach that is taking care of everything else. I should only listen and do what they say.
That sounds easy
Yes,
enough.
it sounds easy, but it isn't.
Of course, you're doing the hard work, but at least you don't have to think about all these things. You have actually a team
Yes,
around you, and you
yes,
just
I should be really focused.
yeah, that's so nice.
Should
Is
be
it the
really focused.
federation? Sorry. Is it the federation who is taking care of this, or is this personal that you choose these people, you pay for
It's
these people?
personal. It's personal.
Yeah.
Sorry.
No problem.
I'm here now.
Yeah.
It's It's not the federation because there are many athletes in the
Mm,
federation, and it's personal.
yeah, nice.
Personal.
So, okay, I'm so curious about the recovery. How is one person taking care of the recovery? What is the person doing?
Well, of course, food should be also a part of the recovery. You should know what to eat, how, when, and when to eat it. The man who is taking care of my recovery is a friend of mine,
Mhm.
a big friend of mine. He really wants to be involved in this. He also wants to come in professional fights with me to warm me up. So the stretching, the massages, everything is connected.
Nice.
And something I can say about my coach, he is not a YouTube coach. He has a degree in this.
Yeah,
He has a
yeah,
degree. I'm telling this because as of the COVID days, there were many online coaches who doesn't know anything, didn't have any experience,
yeah,
but they had promoted them in a good way.
yeah.
But this is bad for the people because they can hurt themselves. So
That's so true.
he
And
has a degree. He has a degree in kickboxing. It's about every part of it, the recovery, the diet, the workouts, but it's not the same.
yeah,
If someone is taking care of you, it makes a big difference.
yeah.
It makes a bigger impact.
Especially when the person also knows your sport, because it's different if you are a swimmer or a kickboxer. Not you don't have to do the same thing. So you need someone who is also specific for kickboxing.
Yes, of course.
And tell me, you now you have the nutritionist. Do you have to go down in weight a lot, or you just have to maintain?
Well, after the winter period, it's a lot, but now
Okay.
it's not that much.
Okay, that's good. That's really good.
But you should know how to do it well, because if you don't do it well, you would be exhausted.
Yeah,
And that's not as on the big events we have several weigh-ins. It's very important to do everything right,
yeah,
because if you only sweat and work out after the fight, and the next day you won't have energy.
yeah,
It makes a big difference also.
yeah.
Everything is connected, everything should be planned before.
Nice. So your strategy at the World Games is to be in the weight every day?
I think at the World Games there's only one weight.
Okay.
COVID, there are only 2 days fighting. On
Mm.
the first day
Oh, wow.
there's the quarterfinal and the semifinal. The quarterfinal is in the morning and the semifinal is in the afternoon. And the next day are the finals and the fights for the third place. There are also fights for third place.
So you will
They're
fight
not.
2 times in one
I hope
day?
so. I hope
You
so.
hope so? You want that?
I want that. I want.
Yeah, nice. But it's the only Waco event when you will be fighting 2 times at one day, right? It's not normal.
Oh, I have done this in Bulgaria. It's
Okay,
normal.
yeah. Okay.
I can say when you have more competitors in your category, sometimes they may have you two fights
Of
in
course,
one
if
day.
it's a
But
one day event, yeah.
yes, but you have a good, a long period between them.
Yeah.
And you asked about my strategy about the work games. The most
Yes.
important thing is for me is to be there and to hear what my coach says.
Nice.
Everything I will do it before this.
I love this. I also think this is a good inspiration for people if they really want to go to the next level, that it can be worth it to invest in a team that can be there for you so much that all you have to do is to show up and do what they say, because you take
Yes.
away a lot of the stress and you
And
don't waste much.
for me, the most important thing is to be there on the moment, not to
Yeah,
think of everything sideways.
exactly. Yeah,
Just to be there and to think about it.
yeah,
Because if you think about something, it doesn't matter if it's good or bad, and you aren't there, you won't be on 100%, and it will be very hard for you and for your coach,
yeah,
because you're a team.
exactly.
Exactly.
Yeah. This is actually the perfect way to ask you also my last question. But what is the one advice you can give to people who wants to be on the top, who wants to go to the World Games and do all of these things? What is one advice you can give to them that they can do right now to become a really good fighter?
Believe in yourself.
Believe
That's
in
the
yourself. Nice.
believe in yourself. That's the advice
That's a really
I
good
can give it
advice.
to them.
Yeah. Ognan, if people want to follow you or check you out, where can they find you?
On Instagram, on Facebook.
And what is your Instagram handle?
It's my surname and my first name.
So
It's
Mirchev.
it's my yes, it's Mirchev.
Ognan. Okay, perfect. I will also make a post with you and I will tag you. Can you send me some photos?
Yes, I will. And
Nice.
I'm like this because on Baku events, it's like this, and I like it.
Yeah, nice.
Yes.
Is there anything you would like to add before we stop?
No, if you have any other questions, I can, but I don't have anything to add.
Yeah.
Thank
Okay,
you
perfect.
very much for
Thank you too.
contacting.
I'm so happy you did this, and I'm so like, I mean, you went through so much with the surgery and all of these things, but you just like straight up have a really good mentality, positive mindset. And I really just hope to inspire some people with this, that you can do anything you want.
Oh, I can add something because most of people do this also. I also have a job, a very
Yeah.
good job. I'm working in a cybersecurity
Yeah.
area, and I successfully combine them. Many people ask me how I do it. I'm telling them how, and they say, "Oh, it's difficult," but I managed to do it.
Nice. And it's like a full-time job.
Yes, but the hours sometimes are flexible.
That's nice. Yeah.
And I have a good team, a good manager. He understands me. He knows what I'm doing, and he's supporting it. Because there's a, a work-life balance there, and everything is okay
Exactly.
with the managers.
That's so nice. So now you're in cybersecurity. I have just one last question. Is it true that cyber attacks is like the thing we should be the most dangerous of or most
Yes,
afraid of? Yeah.
we should be aware. We should have
Okay.
a security awareness.
Also on a personal level, or is it on a business level?
Both.
Nice. Okay. That sounds so interesting. I want to talk more about that, but maybe not in the podcast episode or in a
Okay.
kickboxing episode.
Yes, okay, but many professionals that are aware also have troubles with it.
Yeah.
So you should be very aware.
Okay. That's good to know. Wow, that's so scary.
That's the world we live in.
But what can they do? What is the danger?
They can get your credentials, they can know where you live, they can know your kids, everything.
Oh,
Where they study, who they contact with, who their friends are, when they're going to classes, what their car is, everything. So you should be aware of it.
holy sorry. That's crazy.
So kickboxing and cyber security, this flows in my veins.
Yeah, that's amazing. Ognyan, I'm so happy you wanted to talk with me, and thank you so much. I wish you all the best for the World Games. Truly, I will be cheering for you. And yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing the results.
I'm looking forward to the most.
Perfect.
40 days, 45 days, something like
Counting down.
Counting down.
Yeah, nice. Okay, good luck.
Thank you. Thank you very much for the interview. And what can I say about the World Games? We are the best 8 in the world. So let the best win. The best one wins.
Exactly.
Exactly.